Welcome to Master the Game. I'm Juice, and tonight we are playing the Blackrock Adventures campaign. Tonight we are down a player. They are having internet issues, so they will not be joining us. But we do still have our core four, as I'm going to start calling them. No, I'm just kidding. You guys almost cover all of the needs. So with that, I'll let you guys just introduce your characters. And we'll start with you, Andy.
I'm Francis. I'm a human cleric who's surprisingly boring and kind of a pain in everybody's ass.
You're not boring. You're probably the most exciting, thrilling character we have.
Who goes to bed at 8?
Yeah, who goes to bed at 8 is grumpy old man, get off my lawn when people knock on your door and all that good stuff. How about you, Laura?
I will be playing Nulty tonight. She is an Asimir druid who is Circle of the Stars, so she gets to transform into constellations, as well as large bunnies with unicorn horns.
Which
I mean, why not?
Exactly. It was like, I got wild shape to burn. I should be a bunny.
It led to some interesting investigations and some late night banter last time.
Yes, I found a trash store, which I was absolutely positive was suspicious.
Nice. What about you, Tom?
I'm Tom, and I'm playing Riley, the lovable warlock who maybe is answering to some sort of evil undead power. It's really not clear quite yet, but you know,
it's clear. It's clear.
I know. And he likes playing cards, winning money, and getting in fights.
Does Riley understand what happens if he does not follow his patron?
He does.
Oh, okay, good.
He's maybe undersells it to other folk.
I was going to say, we're going to have to discuss at some point how much whether Nulty knows anything about your patron, but
hopefully not very much.
Maybe.
Well, they have been traveling together for a while before this, so it's possible. We haven't decided.
And then what about you, Paula?
I'm Paula. Tonight I am playing Vic, who is a human barbarian. She is Vic is just ready for a fight. That's basically an accurate summary of pretty much all that encompasses the extreme depth and personality of my character.
Yep, that sums her up.
That's pretty much it.
Maybe we need to introduce more gray chickens.
Yeah, I mean, they tasted pretty good, right? So why not?
I guess so. Does somebody want to give a recap of what happened last time? If not, I can read through my bullet points. You'll get inspiration if you do.
I was going to say I can. I can't promise it's good, but I can. So we got into town after having eaten the not chickens.
Mm-hmm.
And we immediately split up, where most of the party went to the inn and I waited outside to be a bunny. And when they were in the inn, they talked to some different people, including, I believe there was a really obnoxious guy who's running for mayor.
Veben.
Yeah.
He's a dwarf. Head of the merchants.
And he wants them to go take care of a guy who hangs out on the Eastern Road who is heavily armored on a flaming horse.
Yes. Or the South Road. You said there's also threats there.
Yeah, there's also creatures on the South Road he would like for us to handle. And
did he tell us what those creatures were?
He did not. He just said that he had heard that people who were traveling that road went missing.
Mm-hmm. And also, Riley, unbeknownst to anybody else, met with a shadowy, shady figure who told him that if we go towards the Eastern Road with the heavily armored guy on the flaming horse, that Riley should run the fuck away. Maybe grab his friends, but definitely just run the fuck away.
And not lay a hand on it.
Yeah. And then I scouted the town as a bunny, and found absolutely nothing of interest except the trash store at the back of the inn, which seemed super suspicious. And then we all went to bed, and Vic found that she had lost her 2 axes.
I believe they were not lost. Perhaps somebody lost them for me, but I did not lose them specifically.
She had been viciously robbed of her 2 axes, which was really convenient because I wanted to get everybody awake and investigate the trash store, and she wanted to get everybody awake to get her axes back. And then we got into a big fight in the main room.
Yep. And you killed the couple people who were associated with the guy who stole the axes.
Yeah.
And dumped him out the garbage chute.
Exactly. I found out the garbage chute was
we jumped him in the garbage chute?
Yeah, we did.
You put the bodies through the garbage chute out into the alley.
Yeah. And then I believe the last thing was we discovered there was actually a dungeon under the tavern.
Yes, you talked to the cook, and his name was Hubert Sandfoot, and he told you that there was a lot of vermin down there. There were multiple levels that basically have been unexplored since the owner, Nardley Hansel, had taken possession of the tavern. And that was and then you guys, I think Francis said he needed to go to bed and that we would handle it all in the morning. Also, at the start of last session, you guys had interrogated one of the assassins and found out he was from the secret order called the Outkasts of the Shadows. And you guys ended up killing him, but he was just an initiate on his second mission.
And he said Riley was too old to be an initiate.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, that seems awfully judgmental.
But yeah, so that's where we left
I
off.
think you were just about to tell us about a dream, but I will remind you that the caves to the south, we were told, were reputed to hold a bow of true strike, which I'm imagining is something very similar to the bow that Hank had on the animated Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. I'm thinking that would be a cool thing to go after.
Yes. I love it.
Yes. Francis talked to Maglin Enlin, who is a former adventurer. She's very old. All of her former companions have passed away, and she has settled in this town. And she said that that was one of her bucket list items that she never had a chance to retrieve.
And there's some kind of underground elves and dwarves, as if dwarves are not always underground, but some clans down there. And
yeah, so the water, so normally water flows from the mountains. In this case, the water, there's waterways that go into the mountains. And on one side of it is a elven, it used to be an elven city. And on the other side is a dwarven city, and they're both underground. And they weren't like warring factions either. They like were peaceful with each other. I didn't give you that information before, but yes, you would know that. But yeah, and she believes that bow was somewhere in the mountains there.
And then you were just about to tell us about Nolte's dream, which we were all a little nervous about.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, you just heard there are multiple levels and paths under the tavern. You all decide to go to sleep and possibly explore this area in the morning. I don't think you guys decided if you were or not. But anyways, when you went to sleep, Nolte had a dream that Riley had attacked her viciously. She couldn't, in the dream, you couldn't make out any of the scene, what was going on around you. All you could focus on is how Riley was attacking you in your dream. When you wake up, for all of you, there's severe downpour of rain happening outside. Lightning and thunder, and it's just coming down real hard. So, what would you guys like to... I'm assuming Francis wakes up first.
Of course. He's cleanly folded all his equipment and gotten it ready for the day. Nice. He's ordered his oatmeal, no brown sugar. Ordered some for you guys too, in case you want it.
When you're down, sitting at the table, looking around, nobody's really here other than you do see Rosie Sandfoot is here. She's ready to work. Nardley Hansel is behind the bar, and Veben has not shown up yet. Maglin's not here. You do see a human who is sitting up at the bar, dressed decently, wearing some nice presentable clothes. Nothing like fancy though, not over the top like Veben. Who would have woken up second?
I think Nolte would have woken up pretty quickly after having that dream. And it really left her feeling sort of unbalanced. And I don't know if the stars would have been still up when she woke up. If they were, she would have went out on her balcony and looked at them. And if not, she would have just felt sad that they weren't up. But also then she's going to change a couple spells around because she can do that every day. And one of the ones that she's going to take is Good Berry, because it's her comfort food. That's what she ate a lot when she was out by herself in the wilderness. So she makes some good berries and has one of those just to be like, it's a little bit of a pick-me-up. And
that's perfect. It probably goes good in the oatmeal too, I would assume, if you ended up mixing it with that.
One would never ruin a good berry by putting it in oatmeal. It is a full meal all on its own.
That is true, mechanically.
And I get a hit point back if I needed it.
That's funny.
In fact, I think it's an entire day's worth of meals. I have to look.
Yeah, it's a full day sustenance.
It is a full day's worth of meal that I just popped in my mouth in the morning. And the little +1 hit point.
So you're able to make your way down to the table. You see Francis sitting there. Vic, you probably wake up next. You also are able to make your way down there. Riley, give me a con save.
Oh, happily.
Beat a 20.
Be, natural 1.
So Riley wakes up. Not only does
We're starting off great here.
Yeah. Not only does he feel hungover, he is going to take a level of exhaustion.
All right.
And he might still be drunk.
Well, am I hungover or am I drunk? Cause...
I mean, both. You could be like kind of. I've been there.
You're in that phase where you're right in the middle, where either you need to take a drink or go back to sleep.
Yeah.
You know.
How would you know about that, Paula?
I would never do anything like that.
Oh, Andy, you should have You should have known what she was like when I met her.
Don't tell him that kind of stuff.
You never told him about throwing up out the side of my car?
We're not going to talk about
and
that.
all up inside of my hoodie that I given you?
It's fine.
I think during COVID, we've all had at least one morning of this.
Nope.
Oh, no, this was like our
10 years
second
ago.
date. It's fine. Let's move along. Moving right along. Okay. All right.
So when they come downstairs, I just have a little pouch of berries. I'm like, you want a berry?
I think I'm just gonna stick with the oatmeal. Maybe later though.
Well, no. If you've eaten oatmeal, you don't need a berry. It's like a whole day's worth of food. So you don't have to eat the crappy food that Francis orders.
Well, but I might be really hungry later.
Not if you have a good berry, you won't.
Are you sure? Because sometimes I get real hungry, dude.
If you get real hungry, I'll give you another, but I have never had someone ask for 2 good berries in one day.
Okay, well, I mean, we're going to find out.
Because I technically have 10 of them, so I give Vic 1.
Perfect.
I'll give it a shot.
And then Riley, you're able to stumble down the stairs.
Well, howdy, y'all. I either need to eat something or keep drinking. That's the choice for tonight or today. What time is it?
I make good berries.
Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Keep those away from me.
But they're delicious and sweet and all the nutrition you need for a whole day.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
There's some oatmeal over here. Mine's a little chunky, but the bowl right there is a little like,
Is it
you
plain?
know,
Yeah,
it sure is.
ordered it.
Oh, thank God. Francis, you are a lifesaver. Give me that.
It will 100% absorb anything in your stomach.
Plain carbs. That's all I need right now.
You know,
Right, so
when you puke that
Who wants
up,
to go
it
down to
will
the
be better
catacombs?
flavored.
Hearing you
Yeah.
say that, Nardley comes out from behind the bar and walks over and says, "Can I sit?"
If you can, just don't sit next to Riley, but sure.
So he'll sit next to you, Francis, and
I'll turn the other way. It's all right.
and he says, "So, yeah, I heard that you guys were told about underneath the tavern last night. Hubert told me that you guys might be interested in going down there. I could tell you, I have not been very far down there, and my son, I sent him down there. He was the last one that was down there quite a while ago, and he did make a little bit of a map." And he does know of a couple rooms that might have some rats in it. But I do know that underneath here goes down pretty far. I inherited this tavern quite a while ago from my uncle, and he used to be a magic user. And I know he used to do like experimentations down there and stuff like that. And, when he passed, I inherited the tavern. Well, I should say when we assume he passed. See, he went missing a long time ago as well, and we assumed he passed, but that's not an important story. What's really important, though, is that, we really don't know what's all down there. We just know that it gets a little dangerous once you get past the first few rooms. There's some fast-moving water, and there's noises of creatures. And I mean, I know there's rats, but we've heard other noises when we've been down there too, like moaning, and we decided to just board it up last time, and we have no intentions of going back down there. So if you want to try to get rid of anything down there, we'll comp your room, we'll give you food, anything that you need will be on the house, and we will be greatly appreciative of it.
You got someone who can throw a restoration spell my way?
I was actually about to do that.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm gonna tap Riley on the shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration, which works on poisoned.
Doesn't help with the exhaustion, though, huh?
No, you have to have real high level magic for exhaustion.
That's what I was asking. If they're going to comp what we need, a little down payment of a...
You'd have to sleep a full night in bed without being wasted.
Well, that's not going to happen.
I can cure a disease or a condition, including blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Well, the headache's gone, and I don't feel.
No, I'm still here. What's your uncle's name, Nardley?
My uncle's name. That's a great question. Let me see if I wrote that down.
I'm concerned we might cross his path.
My uncle's name was Hector.
Hector, what is it? Sandfoot?
Hansel.
Hansel.
Yep. Now, at one time, I did ask if Lord Gregory would go down there. He used to be a paladin of Medea, but he didn't take me up on it. So
Retired.
Well, we don't know what happened to him. He used to be around here, but he left. Some think that he's the rider, the night rider.
Oh, that's right. Someone said something about that they used to be a paladin.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you're saying your uncle? What's the story with how he passed?
He just went missing one time.
So he's more MIA, not KIA.
No, I mean this was over 2 decades ago, so it's been a while.
So he's.
But was there like an event?
It's been 2 decades. What's that?
Was there like an event leading up to him just mysteriously vanishing, or like just one day his wife wakes up and like
he didn't have a wife? That's why I was able to inherit it. I showed up to work the bar like I always did. I was young at that time. I was only 19, but I showed up to work the bar, and he wasn't here, and that wasn't like him. So.
Well, I mean,
it seems too rainy and crappy to go out. I mean,
I might as well just spend a day or two down there, I guess.
I was really
inside catacombs sound good to me.
Yep.
I was sort of hoping to make potions, guys, but
you can do that tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, like you made berries today, like. That's a lot of work.
That's totally how it works, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not how it works at all. Like potions are actual work, and berries, I can just think, man, I would like some good berries, and they appear in my hand.
Well, then you should do the berry thing more, because that sounds easier.
Right, but they don't. I mean, if you're about to die from getting stabbed in the chest, the berries are not going to help much. The potions will, though.
Oh, well, I mean,
do they got to brew for a little bit? Can you pay someone in the kitchen to watch it while it cooks while we go down there?
Just like leave the cook with some instructions.
Yeah, like, hey, we got to mix, we got to go, and you got to keep it at a nice simmer for like 8 hours.
Juice, I'm assuming I cannot pay someone to simmer these.
I mean, you might as well just buy potions.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. It requires meticulous watching.
Boy, that sounds like a lot of work.
You know what? So is keeping you alive.
That's fair.
Or sober.
It's not the first time I've heard that one.
I've stopped trying to keep him sober. That's
too hard. That's a big ask. It's a big ask.
Yeah.
Nardley says, well, if you go down there, what I can do is I can give you a couple keys. Like I said, I got this map that my son drew. I'll give you that. And, we'll lock the door behind you, but there will be someone waiting to let you back up should anything happen.
If Riley's super hungover, would it be worth taking a day and I'll make some... Let's see, I was halfway through one, so I could probably get that one and another one done if I spent the whole day doing it, and we'll let Riley sleep it off. And maybe, Francis, weren't there people you wanted to talk to in town about things? Don't want us to go down into this what sounds like a very creepy and dangerous place with Riley super slow and bad at things.
I will endeavor to drink not as much today.
You will drink nothing today. You will be on bed rest.
Very well.
It probably makes sense to hold off until we're all capable of fully participating and contributing like we're expected to. I suppose we'll all just sort of deal with the general inconvenience that this puts on us. But we probably should have everybody at full level.
How much guilt damage should I take?
I don't know how much guilt you're feeling.
I was going to say, I don't know. Is Riley capable of feeling guilt right now or shame?
Don't you have protection from guilt?
I was going to say, I think he's immune to shame damage.
It's one of his resistances.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe maybe we just like take the day and do some other things and head down there tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, when Riley's feeling better.
I think that
Let's
sounds
take a
good.
day. We'll just take a day.
I mean, hey, at least you made it down to get some oatmeal because Kat did, or Kat didn't even show up. Like
That's the spirit.
she's still in bed at this point.
I mean,
So
let's be
I
real.
forgot about her.
After that fight, we had a couple more, and by a couple, I mean a lot more.
So Nardley tells you guys, and by the way, please do not say anything to Veben about going down there. He has no idea. And last thing we want is him trying to get a bunch of people to go down there. And
Who is this?
Veben.
Even
don't
the
tell
mayor guy who wants
the
to be mayor.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
He's a pain
I
in the
didn't
butt.
actually talk to him.
I don't
The
intend to tell
questionable
him.
guy, wasn't he fairly questionable?
Who, Veben?
Yeah.
Couple fronts.
Yeah, he's a little bit shifty.
Is the actual mayor, is that Chance Wiseman?
That is.
Okay.
And you guys have not met him yet.
No. We just know he's lazy.
Yes. According to Veben.
Right.
So Nardley goes and grabs some stuff from behind the bar, and he comes over to you guys, and he places a parchment paper down on the table, and two keys on top of the map, and says, "That's what I can give you guys. The key should work in a couple of the doors when you go down there." Some of the doors might be rusted shut. I know we had some problems with one of them last time, but it shouldn't be anything you guys can't handle.
I'm sure we can pry them open.
I'm sure you can. And he looks at you and looks at your arms. He's like, yeah, I'm sure you can. And then looks over at Francis and like pats him on the shoulder. And then says, well, again, if you guys need anything, any more oatmeal or anything, something to drink, and he looks at Riley, I'll be more than happy to help you guys out.
No, he's cut off for tonight.
Nope.
So my only question is there any value in going down and at least kind of checking out the first couple of rooms just to see what we're dealing with before we go down before we give Riley a chance to fully
Are you asking Nardley?
No, I'm kind of asking the group.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to go down and kind of get our bearings, even if we're a little understaffed? Does it make sense to go down and check out kind of the initial room, or do you want to wait?
Francis, if I'm going to make a potion and a half, I need to go upstairs and start right absolutely the second.
All right, that's fine. Let's give
That's
you
a
a
day and
chance
a
to
half
focus
worth of
on that.
work.
Okay. So Nolte goes up to her room with the balcony. Riley goes to sleep.
I'm gonna grab a glass of water and go to sleep.
Yeah, to baby it. Vic and Francis, what are you gonna do with your full day?
Well, I suppose, do we know who is sitting at the bar?
You don't.
Well, I'd like to find out.
Okay. Francis slides up to the bar all smooth. And you see this human. He's got dark brown hair, brown eyes, a full beard, but it's well groomed. And when you come over to the bar, he looks over at you and is like, "Oh, well met, traveler. How are you?"
Well, thank you. Enjoying your tavern, your hospitality, and your town. You're meeting lots of colorful people here last night.
Yeah, yes, we do have some characters around here. See, I go to bed pretty early, so obviously I wasn't hanging out at the tavern last night, and but I hope they all treated you well.
Well, for the most part, we had a bit of a run-in with some ruffians, but nothing that was terribly unpleasant.
Do you mean the Roughnecks?
The Roughnecks, well, the former Roughnecks.
Well, that sounds great. I've been trying to get rid of them for a long time.
Your name isn't Chance Wiseman, is it?
It is. You heard of me.
We did hear about you. All very complimentary things. If you can believe it.
No, I don't believe that coming from that scoundrel. But he brings a lot of coin to our city. What? Well, not a lot, but he brings some coin to our city, I should say.
Yeah. So, what? Yeah. How long have you been the mayor? You're the mayor for a while.
Yup. Mostly unopposed until recently.
I've heard, certainly for being in town only for an evening, we've already heard about your challenger.
Yeah. He's trying to get in good with the merchants. I honestly don't know how he's done it, because when he first stumbled into our town, obviously he's from here, but when he first came back to our town, he kind of started schmoozing with people, and he was just nobody. And in a matter of a year, he was head of the Merchants Guild. And I don't know how, because it's not like, he increased business or anything like that. In fact, it sounds like things got more dangerous on the roads, especially the Eastern Road.
How does one become the head of the Merchants Guild?
It's an appointed position by the other merchants, yes.
So what we've already heard that you're having problems on your east and south roads. What are you doing about that?
Well, I wish I could do something. I don't have any men who I could send out. Otherwise I would, but Lord Gregory, a few years back, we were trying to get him to do something, and he said that if any adventurers came into town, he would partner up with them, but not really a lot come through here. So that's kind of where it's been left off. I tried to hire some mercenaries once. They ran off with the gold, or maybe they just failed at their attempts. I don't know, but yeah, we haven't had a lot of good luck.
What can you tell me about this mysterious rider on the East Road?
I know that he travels by himself with a steed that's a flaming steed on fire. I have not witnessed this. I don't leave town. I've been to Port Obsidia once in the last 3 years, so that's about the only travel I've done. But other than that, most of my dealings are in town, and I haven't heard from anyone personally that they've went and experienced this. But I've heard Veben talking about it quite a bit. He blames the rider on me somehow.
That is a bit of a strange tale.
Yeah, I know when he started, when he was first reported, it was around the time Lord Gregory disappeared. We've had, over the course of the last couple decades, a few people go missing, and it's unfortunate.
And what can you tell me about Maglin Endlin?
Oh, she's a fantastic woman. She pretty much keeps to herself, and she does some hunting, as far as I know, on the Western Road. But yeah, she used to work with some really, really famous adventurers. They used to travel around the area and handle these kinds of things for the surrounding towns.
And can you tell me anything about the South Road? We've heard that something is attacking people along the South Road as well.
Yeah, so the South Road, from my understanding, sounds like maybe there's a large creature in the woods that has been known to attack traveling merchants. And honestly, we've had some merchants and things come from the South Road unscathed without seeing it, but the rumor of this creature has definitely hurt our trade for a while now.
Does anybody know what it is?
I have not heard what it is. I've heard that maybe it's a large lizard type creature, but the only person who told me that said that it was nighttime and they barely got a view of it with their torch.
All right. Well, what do you can we be of help to your town?
Oh, there's so many ways. I mean, honestly, if you could clear up the roads, but I wouldn't wish, some of that danger on you guys, especially the Eastern Road, like I said. But if you could somehow clear that road, that would be huge. All of our trade used to come from the Eastern Road. So, if that freed up, that might even allow us to get some more work into town, and maybe people will start sticking around a little longer.
How long ago did Lord Gregory disappear?
I forgot what I said last time.
Recent. I know the rider and the disappearance are kind of at the same time, but was that recent or a long time ago?
Anyone remember what I said last time about that?
Sure don't.
All right, I'm gonna pull a number out of my butt. We'll say it's been like 2 years.
Okay.
I'm making a note right now so I won't forget. Okay.
All right. Does anybody else in town share your suspicions and misgivings about Viven?
I mean, I don't have any problems with Veben. I just think he's a fast talker, kind of a con man. I mean, I don't think he is trying to do anything other than gain power and money. And
what does what line is he in? What does he sell?
He doesn't sell anything as far as I know. He is just literally the head of the Merchants Guild. He kind of brokers deals for some of the merchants. And I know he sometimes negotiates with merchants from Port Obsidia and gets extra wares sent here from there. Again, I don't feel like he's brought a lot of prosperity to the merchants in town, so it's kind of odd to me that he's in charge, but I don't have a say in who's in his position.
Do you have an election coming up, or are you? Is that how you? He wants to be mayor, I hear.
Yeah, we'll be voting on it hopefully next year sometime. We got to sort out all of that, but yeah, my time's coming up. I was thinking of stepping down, to be honest, but I don't really want Veben being in charge here, so I'm probably going to run again.
Your instincts are probably good.
I appreciate.
Well, we're going to be here for the next probably at least a couple of more days. Our timetable is unexpectedly adjusted, so we'll be around.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. It's nice having some new people in town, and especially with such class as yourself.
Well, thank you. We've enjoyed our stay, and we're looking forward to the next week.
I appreciate it. If you need anything, you can find me here, or I do sometimes. I do stay up in the keep, so that is one of the perks of being the mayor. You get to stay in the large keep pretty much by yourself, unless you got family. And luckily, I've got some children who are approaching adulthood soon, but keeps it kind of interesting around here.
All right. Well, I'll just go back and report to to those who are conscious what my conversation with the bear and the additional detail that he provided, so that we can kind of assess what we might want to do next.
Sounds good. So Vic, you see him go and talk with the guy at the bar. You're able to overhear most of it.
So he seems like he's on the up and up then, you think?
Well, he certainly seemed to confirm a lot of our impressions and assessments, and so yeah, he seemed to be pretty straight.
And what do you say about some lizard men? Something like that?
Nah, there's probably some T-Rex or something terrorizing the South Road.
Oh, you think so?
Eating passersby. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool.
That
Velociraptors.
would be great. I bet you I could make a crown out of their teeth. That'd be a nice accessory. Well, I mean, maybe we should go check that out after, we handle this cave tavern, weird uncle situation, rats. I don't know. What do you think is down there?
Nothing good, but something fun. I think there's probably just vermin and miscellaneous, spiders and other underground creatures. But I'm guessing that we'll probably find something interesting. Moaning calls my name. Mysterious moaning is the best.
I mean, don't you think it's kind of weird that he's had this place for like 20 years? He says he's hardly ever been down there, but there's mysterious moaning coming from the basement that, he thinks is probably just rats. Like, I don't know, man. It's seems kind of weird in the first place.
I think he just ignores it. As long as he's got a strong padlock, it doesn't create any problem. It's no big deal for him. So I wouldn't read too much into that.
All right. I mean, if you say so. I don't know.
I don't know. With a name like Nardley, I mean, I like him.
That's gnarly. Nardley.
All right.
So I don't know that Vic has a lot of plans really for the day. I mean,
Okay.
She kind of woke up ready to kill some moaning rat creatures or something.
And Riley and Kat had to ruin it for you.
Yeah, I know. Now she's just kind of waiting. So I don't know that I have anything in particular I really want to do today. Yeah, and I don't have any money, so.
The lesson to take from this, Vic, is next time stay up with Kat and Riley.
Apparently, I missed out on that fun, and now I gotta wait on my my rat killing adventure.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do in town today, Francis?
How big of a town is this? I just forgot.
It's a large city, but over time, it's shrunk. Its population is shrunk because there's just not a lot of trade. Even when there is trade, it's not very valuable trade, right? It's just a shrinking population. A lot of the buildings were destroyed purposely because they were abandoned and they fell into disrepair, and so they've done a good job of keeping it clean. But yeah, it was once a large kingdom, and now it's pretty much scattered buildings that are in good shape, and then you have like the keep. It's a walled city.
There is also a temple here that I seem to remember you being sort of interested in last time.
Temple of Medea.
And all right, and what is the Temple of Medea?
1 second. So Medea is Medea, just you would know, she's the goddess of earth. Not many gods are kind, but Medea is. She gives without expectations, and her followers do as well. In places of drought, it is believed that Medea is being blocked from those areas. Many will pray to her to lift the blight and allow her to access access to those lands. So in other words, they believe that like crops grow and things like that because of her. Life is because of her for the most part, things like that. Yeah. And then did you want to check out the temple?
Yeah, I want to check out the temple and see if they can provide any information on particularly the skeletal rider.
Okay.
And Vivin. See what they think of him.
Okay.
I'm guessing he's made some dark pact with some evil force that has allowed him to gain excess power well beyond any mortal. Kind of like, never mind, I'm going to stop there. No,
Okay.
I wasn't thinking about Riley.
Vic, are you staying or are you going with him?
You know what? If Francis is gonna go, I'll go with him. You know, just for moral support, and you know, just in case he inadvertently gets himself into any sort of trouble.
Okay. So you guys together make your way out into the storm and over to the temple. It's a large temple. It's got stairs that ascend about 15 feet up to the doors. You can tell there's obviously some basement levels to this place, and even some upper levels to this place. You just gonna walk right in?
Does it look like it's just open, or do we see anybody around? I mean, I know it's crappy weather, but
If you pull on the door, it does seem unlocked and open.
all right, well, we'll just go in, get out of the rain at least.
Okay. When you walk in, you're in a large. There's like some stairs to that go down on the left, and there's stairs that go up on your right. But you basically are in a large like cathedral, and there's like upper balconies and things like that. And you can see a lot of decorations that imply like plants and things like that. There's columns that have real vines that wrap around them. And when you are looking around, you see a few elves in robes that start walking towards you. And one of them, seeing you, Francis, clearly a cleric of the storm god, walk up to you and, hi, my name is Kuskin Verkus, follower of Medea.
Well, I introduced myself and my associate, Vic Warai. Let him know that we're travelers. We're staying at the inn. We've been talking to a number of people in town, and just letting people know that we are here and gathering some information about some of the problems facing the city, and thought that perhaps the temple could be a resource, and potentially vice versa.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. We've been praying for years for somebody to come and help us. Obviously, our town it's seen better days. You know, obviously.
Help you how?
Well, I mean, you know, it sounds like if we could somehow open up the roads, it would definitely help the town. You know, we would be able to get travelers again and spread the word of Medea. Yeah, I mean, the Eastern Road, we've been unable to travel to Riverbend, and we have some followers there that we would love to get back to. There's some great growers there.
Have any of the clerics of the Medea investigated or determined what the skeletal rider is, or what kind of threat he poses, where he came from?
Oh, yeah. Well, I have heard that he is quite evil. Nobody should be able to ride a steed on fire. That's for sure. And yeah, it sounds dangerous. That's all I know.
Yeah, I mean, sounds kind of cool though, right?
It sounds awful, Vic.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, like just the idea of it.
I mean, in theory, I suppose, but I mean, what do you have to do to be able to ride a horse that is on fire without dying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you even know if it's real?
I do not, but I trust the word. There's too many people who have said things about that.
But they all come back to tell the tale of this fearsome rider.
The merchants talk about it a lot.
What can you tell us about the Viven wise men sort of wrestling match?
Oh, Veben and Chance?
Yes.
Oh, Veben does not worship Medea, so I might be a little bit biased, but I don't trust him. In fact, I don't know what gods he worships. But Chance, he welcomes us. Mr. Wiseman is a fantastic mayor. He's trying his best. He's been trying to allow us to grow crops inside the city and some of the empty lots. And he's got some great innovative ideas for starting farming within the city.
Well, those are apparently commonly held sentiments.
Yeah, Chance is well respected. But if things change, for example, if Veben were to somehow, get trade going and bring all sorts of industry back, and that would tip the scales. And I think that's what he's been trying to do for some time now.
Who's his main supporter?
Veben?
Yes.
That's a great question. I don't know. I don't know a lot of people who truly like him other than the merchants. And even they seem skeptical of him, almost like they don't trust him.
Interesting. Okay. Any advice or assistance if we check out the hazards on the east or the south road? Can you be a resource or provide any support?
Definitely. We can definitely get you some good berries for the road, and we could probably give you some holy water, and what else? Anything else you need. I mean, if you name it, we can see what we can do. We have some skilled clerics of the earth here, so.
All right. Well, I think we probably could use a few vials of holy water and throw in that Warhammer +1. That's cool. That plate +1. That's fine. I mean, we don't need it, but we'll take it. That's fine.
There's no Warhammers here, my friend. I would love to do that. I'm sure that would be very helpful in your journeys.
All right. Well, it was worth a try. Okay. Then we'll just let them know that we'll be at the inn and hopefully available for the next few days.
Sounds good. I will see you guys soon then, I hope. And
I do hope.
Safe travels.
All right. Well, Vic didn't screw that up, so
he does
was
give
good.
you some holy water before you step out, and offers you a pouch containing 8 good berries.
How long are those good for?
We're just gonna say until you eat them.
Got it.
I think it's technically 24 hours though.
Technically, it's 24 hours.
Yeah, but these ones have a special spell on them that sustains more than 24 hours.
We're not going to argue with permanent good berries.
They're preserved good berries.
Riley, they're fermented good berries.
Don't tell him that. He'll eat them all.
They are now good raisins.
Yes. They're shriveled berries. They're good shriveled berries.
All right. So I think we're just going to go back and kind of hang out at the end, visit, prepare for, make sure our gear is nicely lined up and ready for the morning and kind of take another run at this one.
Sounds good. So yeah, the rest of the day passes, no problem. The night seems to go just fine. And you guys wake up in the morning, you're all refreshed, including you, Riley. And you guys are all down in the tavern, ready to go. You're all suited up. And Veben does walk in and sees you guys all decked out. And he's like, "Oh, are you guys leaving so soon?"
No, we just always eat breakfast like this.
Absolutely.
Oh, we're really glad to have you. I mean, do you want to go buy some stuff from the merchants?
We were thinking about perhaps paying them a visit later this afternoon.
Oh, I can go get one for you and send him here. He sells magic warhammers if you want.
Oh no! We're all full up on magic warhammers. Who do you recommend? I don't want to put anybody out. We'll come to the. We'll go to the shop. Who do you recommend?
Yeah, if you start heading towards the keep, there's a row of merchants. They're in the nicer parts of town where there's actually good guards. And, the first shop on your right, ignore that one. But the second one, that's the one you want. And that is Eluskin. And he will hook you up. He is a half-orc, just to warn you. Sometimes people are a little put off by his appearance. He's got some scars and things like that, but he will sell you Warhammer if that's what you want. He has great Warhammer.
Thank you for the recommendation.
No problem.
We'll take that into account.
And then Nardley will tell you guys that if you go outside, you can get in through the back door to get into the kitchen to avoid Veben.
Okay.
And having been told that Francis and Vic brought home, preserved good berries, I'm going to switch that spell out because there's no reason for me to make some if we have some for.
Mm-hmm.
And when they leave, I want to lean over to Riley and go, so we're checking out that first shop on the right?
Absolutely. I mean, the most glowing recommendation that dwarf could have given is skip that one.
Exactly. Okay. Maybe not right now, because I think Francis wants to really, really go into this basement. But when we come
down
back,
at his, I don't actually really have any money at the moment, so.
Oh, here, would you like a potion? And I give Riley one of the potions, and then I give Vic the other one.
Ooh, what kind of potion?
Just a standard healing potion.
Cure wounds, 2d4 plus 2 or something like that.
That's outstanding. Thank you.
Yep. I have enough to make one more, but it's going to take me a day to do it. So.
I love how expired healing potion is also an option in the equipment section.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, yeah, because that's a thing you can do. When you start making them, they can... And those are not good. You should not drink those. Bad things could happen if you drink potions that are made incorrectly or expired.
I was gonna say, technically, I should make Laura roll, or I should roll for Laura to determine if they're good. But
these are rough, man. Yeah. You roll a d6, and on a 1 to 2.
There's some good stuff in here.
I was like, I sort of thought
1 to 2. I have to pee.
Didn't know how to make them. Like if Vic tried to make them with the herbalism kit, I assumed that being trained, I would know how, but
yeah, there's still the risk.
3 to 4, they just plain get disadvantage on everything until they complete a long rest. And on 5 and 6, it says, "I'm drunk, I think."
Which means yes.
But you gain resistance to bludgeoning damage, but disadvantage on all wisdom, intelligence, and charisma-based actions, spells, or skills. Wow. All right, then.
All right.
Okay.
So
right.
Before we jump into this dungeon, though, let's take a quick break now. I know it's a little bit early, but I do need a little bathroom break. And then we'll just go strong until at least 11 then. Sound good?
All right.
Awesome.
All right, 5-minute break. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. So, you guys just wrapped up your conversation with Veben, and yeah. So, are you guys gonna head out and around the building?
Yes.
That was the recommendation, correct?
Correct. Because
Yeah.
they don't want Veben to know.
Right. That's right. He's still here and we don't want him to know. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so you guys make your way out the front door then, unless somebody just wants to go straight through into the kitchen doors. And when you make your way around, the door is unlocked. You walk right in, and Hubert is standing right there, and he says, when you guys go down, I'm going to put this barrel right over the door again. If you guys need anything, just pound on the door.
Lou?
That's our plan.
Excellent.
We have a map and some keys, right?
Absolutely. Do we?
Yep, you have a map. The map does look like this. I don't know if you can tell. The stairs are on the left there.
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah, I'll just tell you guys. But you have a map for part of this area when you go down. You also have 2 keys. And yeah. So when you open the hatch and look, there's a descending staircase. You find an intersection with a north-south passageway cluttered with piles of furniture, ale barrels, and wine vats. The passage turns eastward at the northern and at the southern ends. The air is cool and slightly damp. You hear the distant sound of rushing water coming from the north. There are 2 doors to the south, an old wooden door wedged shut with a chair, and a locked, simple wooden door with a new brass lock. If I knew, it just looks shiny. And ahead of you at this T, there are shelves stocked with various types of bottles. And at the end of the entry corridor on the east wall, a large pile of furniture. Barrels and pottery are piled at the south end of the passageway, blocking your way. So the hallway is about 40 feet south. It's about 10 feet north from where the T is.
All right.
I'm gonna reach out and tap Vic on the shoulder and be like, let's make sure you can see during this whole thing. And I'm gonna cast dark vision on her.
Thank you.
So you have 60 feet of dark vision for the next 8 hours.
I was going to say, does anybody in the group have dark vision other than that spell?
I do.
I got devil's sight.
So now Francis just got screwed here.
Yeah, it's just me. I'm just the blind one, but I cast light on something, so.
No, dude, if you have light, they can see us coming.
Well, I don't. How am I supposed to see if I don't have light?
Well, you're supposed to hold on to Vic's shoulder and wait until there's a fight.
No, he'll
just
be fine.
let her drag you along for the ride.
Yeah. I'll just push you forward when it's time to fight things. I'll just shove you in the right direction. It's fine. It'll be okay.
Are you going to listen to them and go visionless, or are you going to make sure you can see, Francis?
I think it makes no sense not to be able to see. So I appreciate the recommendation, but I'm still going to cast light.
All right, and is that emanating from your shield then?
Yes.
Okay,
that's
perfect.
fine.
So you cast darkness on Vic, and Vic is like all of a sudden like, oh wow, I can see, and then all of a sudden this bright light shines from behind you guys, and all of you who can see in the dark now are like, oh, eyes start adjusting, and Francis is like, that's better.
All right.
Oh, I feel like I sort of wasted dark vision.
It'll come in handy because we can control where Francis is.
That's true.
And,
yeah, I can extinguish it.
So what's your marching order? I think that's kind of important too before we get into anything.
I think I'm first.
Okay.
I'll go right behind Vic.
Vic.
I'll be in the middle.
Knowlton.
And I'm last.
Riley.
Clankety clank clank over here.
And Francis. Bringing up the back.
Loudly.
I mean, Vic isn't known for being quiet either. Let's just be real here.
Hey, what are you talking about?
You make a lot of noise when you are in dungeons.
I don't
If
have any.
something runs at us, we want it to hit Vic before it hits anybody else.
This is true.
Also, since they're cantrips, I'm just for good measure going to continue to cast Magic Stone on a handful of sling bullets and Shillelagh on my quarterstaff continuously every minute so that it's ready when we get into a fight.
Nice. So,
What's up with these bottles on these shelves? Can I take?
You know what? Anything you grab, though, I'm just saying, not until we leave.
I'm not looking for a drink. I brought mine with me. But just wondering what's up with these bottles on here.
yeah, you can look at them. They look like really old bottles of liquor.
Yeah, that's probably
Way back.
Like there's
way
webs,
back, Riley.
There's like spider webs and stuff all over the bottles and everything.
There's a point in which you cross over from aged to ruined, and these all look like they have crossed that point. They might be worth some money for collectors, mind you, but like you don't actually drink it. You just put it on.
These are those bottles that you sell to people because they haven't been stored properly and they taste bad.
Maybe. So Riley, give me as you're looking at the bottles on the shelves though, give me a perception check.
Oh, absolutely.
At disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. All right. So perception. Let's
You guys see Riley starting to like look at the bottles and move them out of the way and look for like
16.
expiration dates. What was your number?
16.
When you get to one bottle, you notice that the back of the shelf, there is no backing on one of the shelves, like almost like it's been rotted out or something. And you actually see what looks like a door handle on the other side of the bookshelf.
Hey, y'all, I think I found a secret door in the bookshelf. It's a bit cliche, but hey, let's go with it. And I'm gonna reach in and turn it because I don't think about stuff.
Holy cow! Riley's drinking helped us for once.
So you can kind of turn the handle. It is locked. There's an old rusty lock on it. Because the shelf is in the way, you're not able to like do much about it from kind of where you're at.
Does one of the keys we have fit it?
Do you need us to move that bookshelf out of the way?
It does not appear that the key fits in that hole. You want to move the bookshelf, Vic? Is that what you said?
So where is the door exactly? The secret door? Is this basically in the middle of the T intersection?
Yes, it's straight
on the
ahead,
west wall,
behind on the eastern wall. So the T is like a sideways T.
Yeah,
like that, and it's right at the end there.
Okay, I was just coming in from the wrong way.
Yep. Yeah, you guys are coming from the west, going east.
Okay, and so we hear water rushing from the north. We have a secret door to the east,
and there's two doors to the south, and then it looks like maybe there's a hallway at the south end, but there's a bunch of furniture blocking the way.
And have we been told that any of these have been explored previously?
So the map you have shows the two rooms, the two doors south, and supposedly those rooms have rats in them, and there's a door. If you were to go all the way northeast for a second, and there's a door to the north there, according to your map, before you get to like some water.
Well, I don't really want to fight rats if we can fight cool stuff. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this town has teenagers. They can fight the rats.
Let's take care of either the north passage or the south passage. Like, let's just pick a direction.
Nardley did ask you if you could clear out the rats and stuff.
I mean,
he would appreciate
yeah,
it.
but that seems just like a suggestion.
Like a guy.
He offered you free room and food and everything.
You know what? Let's go clean out the rats. If
we'll
take
care of the rats, but that's like a minor thing, right?
But if we can get that done, then we can go back at the end of the night and say it's done, like we've accomplished something.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
True.
That's a good point.
that.
So maybe let's check out just these rooms that we can see, and so the two doors to the south, one of them was wedged shut and the other one had a new lock on it, correct?
Yes. Two doors to the south, old wooden door wedged shut with a chair, and a locked simple wooden door with a newer looking brass lock. So yes, the one on the eastern wall looks like it has the newer brass lock. The one on the western wall looks like it's wedged shut. And just for reference, the hallway you're in, we're going to call Area 1. That eastern room is room 11, and the western room is room 10.
So
Can anyone here deal with a lock?
No.
I got a real good strong kick.
Don't
Yeah.
mention the
Seems
key?
to be pretty helpful.
You're talking
Guys,
about the secret door?
they gave us keys. I thought this was for the brass door.
You guys
Probably
are
is.
trying to go into room 11?
The one
Yeah.
with the new
I don't
lock?
know.
Okay.
Isn't that where
I
they
mean, we can try the keys first. Like, that's fine. I mean, it's less thematic, but
We should try to not break their locks.
I mean,
I agree with that.
I mean, he didn't specify it though. I'm
Vic,
just
try the
saying.
damn lock.
Okay. I'll
So
take
does
the
Vic
keys,
have the keys? Okay.
and I will try it in the new lock. I think going into room 11.
Yep, room 11. So you stick the key in and it pops open.
Oh,
Perfect.
gosh.
Turn the handle. Walk in the door.
If it's just rats, guys, I have some fire spells that can take care of this pretty easy, but we'll see what it is when we open the door.
So the medium-sized room is covered in cobwebs. There's some broken furniture and a barrel scattered about. The east wall is covered by an old faded mural. There are no other exits.
How big is the room?
This room looks like maybe, it says 30 by 20.
All right, so they clearly didn't tell us everything when they sent us down here because they put a new lock on this door, which we had the key to.
You
But they didn't tell
actually
us what it was.
see you actually see in these cobwebs. There's 3 of them. One in the northwest corner, one in the northeast corner, and one south. You see dead rats in the nest, like giant rats, and they're dead.
Spiders!
With that, everybody roll initiative.
I seem
Spiders!
to remember a few sessions back walking into a room full of cobwebs in which I ended up killing many, many spiders.
Yeah.
So everybody roll initiative.
I'm going to
And
use luck to re-roll that.
I think that's a great idea. You guys are surprised, just so you know.
That is going to be a
Unless
solid
you have
9.
some weird ability.
I have some weird ability.
Riley does. Yeah.
How's your weird ability work?
I have the alert feat. I cannot be as surprised while I am conscious.
Okay.
I also rolled a 25 for initiative.
Okay.
Holy.
So
Like overkill there, man.
I'm playing a quick draw. Like I better actually do this.
Well, I got a 9, so
I have
No.
16. What did Riley have? 25?
25.
All right.
I
What
got
did
a
Vic have?
17.
I honestly
Seventeen,
didn't need to use luck. I could have done it without luck.
What did Francis and Vic get?
18.
18 for Francis. And what did Vic get?
I got a strong 9.
A strong 9. Great.
Yep.
So
Solid. I just want to
Riley-
give everybody else an opportunity to do what they're going to do first. I don't want to take, anybody's thunder or anything.
Riley can't be surprised. You see on the ceiling, there are these blue, white, and purple spiders, and you can see their eyes, all these like bubbles on the top of their like head area, and these black fangs sticking out. And they see you.
How many?
3.
3, huh?
Yup.
Well, let's see what we can do about that.
These don't look like giant spiders you've seen before, though.
Well, hold on. I'm going to check one thing in my equipment real quick. Because I just so happen to have a necklace of fire scorching ray that I believe has 6 charges in it.
Okay.
I think that's what you gave me.
I think so. I don't remember how many charges, but yeah.
I put it in there, right?
I think it, so it has 9 charges then. Cool. That's excellent. Then I'm going to burn 7 charges to cast a 5th level Scorching Ray. And
that's
hit
like
all...
a cone, isn't it?
No, it's I get to create
3 beams.
Oh, I create 3 beams no matter what. So I'm only going to use I'm going to do a 3rd level Scorching Ray.
Okay.
So 5 charges, and they're gonna we're gonna attack all 3 of them. 1 beam for each.
Oh, jeez.
So that's gonna be a 24 for the first one,
So,
a 15 for the second one,
15 for the second,
and a 12 for the last one.
Okay. So you scorching ray them. They are all still alive. And
that was just
to hit.
Oh, sorry. 2 of them. The second 2 hit. The first one does not.
Wasn't the first one the highest?
The first one is a 24.
I got what he said. I understood what he said. So 2 of them.
Sorry. Yeah.
So the first one's gonna take only 4 damage. That's not good.
Wait. Sorry. Hang on. So yeah, the last one's the only one that didn't hit. Sorry. So first 2 hit, last one does not hit.
So first one takes 4 damage, the second one takes 11 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to use my bonus action to throw Hex at one of them, just real quick.
Okay.
Wouldn't have impacted. We'll say the one that took no damage. We'll take the one that took 11 damage.
Okay.
As now I am like, everyone look up.
Okay. They will still have the surprise on Vic. Vic was the first one in the room. So you're getting attacked by 3 spiders. These large spiders descend from the ceiling on you.
Cool.
And they're about the size of you. First one is not going to hit. Second, does a 17 hit?
Sure does.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Don't worry, it's not going to kill you.
Oh, I know that, but
8 points of damage, and give me a Constitution saving throw. Maybe it will.
That's a 26.
Okay, so you make it. So you're going to take half damage. So hang on. Oh, wow. 11 plus 15 is 26. So half of 26. You take 13 points of poison damage. Okay, yeah, so there you go. And that was the first attack that hit you. And now the third one's going to attack you. And that'll definitely hit. That's 20-something. So you're going to make a con save again. Okay, so you automatically take 5 regular damage from the bite.
I got a 19.
Okay, so then you're going to take half of this next number. And then half of 17, so another 9 there of poison damage. How you doing over there, Vic?
Whew! I mean, I'm doing all right, but 35 points of damage is a lot of damage.
Yeah, and you luckily had half on 2 of those. So, That was their turn. We will now go up top because, the rest of you were surprised. So, Riley, you're next again.
All right. Riley's going to shake out his gloved hand and just spin up 2 Eldritch Blasts and flick them both at the one he has hexed, who took 11 damage from
Okay.
the initial spell. So, first one is going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is going to be a natural 20.
On the same guy?
Yep.
Okay.
So, first amount of damage is going to be 12 damage on the first one.
Okay.
And then the second critical hit is going to hit it right in its patch of eyes, and that's going to be 13 total damage.
You killed it.
Yep. And I'm going to transfer Hex over to the next most injured one as I stand there and be like, Vic, you might want to watch out. There's some critters in this room.
Yeah, notice that. Thanks for the heads up, man.
Love you.
So the remaining 2 are actually on Vic, by the way. They just bit her.
Yeah, that looks like it hurt.
All right. It is now Francis's turn.
I'm going to go with an inflict wounds.
Okay.
I'm going to make a melee attack on one of them that's chomping at Vic.
Okay. Do you want the one that's been hit by an Eldritch Blast or not? Or not Eldritch Blast, but
how's it looking?
The one they're both looking kind of strong. The one was hit with fire before, though.
I'll take the one that hasn't been hit.
Okay.
And it looks like I'm not gonna make it.
Oh.
I'm gonna miss.
You didn't roll a 1, did you?
I rolled a 2.
Oh, if you rolled a 1, that could have been Vic. It would have been great. You could have killed Vic. Oh well.
He could not have killed Vic.
Francis is great.
Nolte, it's your turn.
Okay. How injured is Vic looking?
Vic is looking, she's got some gashes, and she could probably sustain another round, but after that, things might get questionable.
Okay, and how injured are the remaining 2 spiders looking?
One is unfazed, and the other one is a little bit hurt from some fire.
Okay. Well then, let me see what my action economy looks like. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and transform. So I'm going to start by using my wild shape to transform into the constellation of the dragon.
Okay.
So this is a different constellation than I've popped up before, but again, the glowy points pop up around my body, look like a dragon. It's super sweet. And that, if I remember correctly, no, I did not want, I'm sorry, I did not want the dragon. I wanted the chalice.
Okay.
Can I do that? The chalice instead? Okay. Because that's the one that gives me extra hit points when I help people heal.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I am going to cast level 2 Healing Spirit right next to Vic.
Okay, perfect.
So I will be able to give healing 1d6. I'm trying to figure out how many times. It's one press. So 5 times. So Vic, go ahead and take. Do you want me to roll it, or do you want her to roll it?
You just roll it. Yeah.
Okay. And then for the, what do I get for the wild shape? Sorry, new wild shapes.
New wild shape, who dis?
I know. Whenever I cast a spell. Oh, okay. So that's cool. Technically, whenever I cast a spell that does healing, me or another creature can get healing. So I could split this up amongst 2 people if 2 people needed it, but 2 people don't need it.
Mm.
So that is 12 points of healing.
Perfect. All right.
Lovely.
What were you trying to say, Tom?
Like, give it all to her.
Yeah. Right, but I hadn't I hadn't realized that I could give it to multiple people. But technically, when I cast the spell, so it won't work if I just let her keep getting the healing spirit. It only works when I cast the spell.
All right. So it's the spider's turn again. So the two that are on Vic are going to attack her again. I got a 17 and a 13.
The 17 hits. 13 does not.
All right.
Well, I mean, so, I don't know. Hold on a second.
You have a 13 that's going to hit you?
No, the 17. So I am 17.
Yeah, so it hits you.
So yeah, okay. Sorry.
Okay. So you're going to take 11 damage from the bite. Give me a con save.
It really sucks when you don't get to go first as a barbarian. Just going to throw that out there. That's another 19.
Okay, good. So you're going to take half of this. 16. So you take 8 from that. So 11 from the bite, and then 8 from the poison.
Yep.
All right. That was both of their turns. It is now whose turn is it now? Is it yours, Vic? Finally?
It might actually be my turn.
It's finally
and now
your turn.
it's sort of at a point where I'm like, I don't know if I should rage or if I shouldn't rage.
Go off. Just go off on him.
I'm pretty sure Vic is really mad at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my bonus action to rage. And then I am going to take my longsword and try and swipe at the first of these spiders.
Okay. The one that's been hit before?
Yeah, let's go for him first.
Okay.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. I don't think any of that's gonna hit. Not unless they're a 12.
Nope. You miss.
Awesome. So, I mean, basically what happens is, Vic has been so distracted by the massive amount of damage that has come her way that, it's
she's having hot flashes from behind her as she's healed, and then she's getting bit again.
Yeah, sometimes
Stings.
it's hard to lift your arms up high enough. And, despite the fact that now she's got a couple attacks, it doesn't connect. It's not working out for her. So, but bonus is that now she's raging. So,
and you can take another 4 points of healing for starting your turn next to the healing spirit.
There you go.
In the healing spirit, because I put it on top of her.
Perfect.
And it's Riley's turn. We're at the top. Yeah, we're at the top already.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That went really fast. All right. I'm going to flick another 2. I've transferred at the end of my last turn, I transferred the hex to the next most injured creature. I'm going to flick 2 Eldritch Blasts at him.
All right. That one is on Vic, so don't roll a 1.
That's another natural 20.
Oh.
So let's go ahead and roll damage there. That's going to be 11 damage to the next most hurt spider.
Okay. Still standing.
All right, I'm going to attack again. That's going to be an 18.
That'll hit.
And that's going to be 13 damage. Always love when your regular hits do more damage than your crits.
So you heard it pretty bad. It's still standing, but it's probably had a leg blown off of it or something.
Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to roll hex damage.
Oh, roll hex damage. For both of them or just the one?
On the first hit, it took an additional 10 damage.
Okay, that wouldn't have killed it though.
Okay, so on the second hit, it took that 13 and then another 4 damage. So it took, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you killed it then. So you blast it off of Vic. It smacks against the wall, and you see this like green stuff just splatter across the wall as it dies. It's actually more of like a yellowish, like a pus-looking ooze.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to transfer Hex over to the last one and just be like, you're next.
All right. And that there's no save on that. It's just automatically hexed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Francis, you see one spider left on your best friend Vic.
Well, since obviously fighting is not my thing, and I'm pretty bad at it, I think I'm going to switch over and just in case heal up. I'm going to use a second level Cure Wounds on Vic to make sure she doesn't actually die, because we don't need 2 glass monks.
It's okay. My healing is apparently insufficient.
Well, these things are doing pretty bad. But consistent with my night, I have blown out a second level spell, and I do all of 8 points, a 1 and a 2. So yeah, it's coming up all aces for Francis tonight.
I love it. For a second there, Nolte seemed to feel a little insecure about her healing abilities, but you just kind of reinforced that nobody in this party can heal.
It definitely makes me feel better about my little piddly healing spirit, so...
Remember when people thought healing spirit was broken?
Yeah, it's not anymore. No.
With that, Francis, is there anything else you want to do? Any bonus actions or anything?
No, other than not make eye contact with Nolte, because...
It is Nolte's turn, so she's probably too busy looking at the spider or Vic at this moment.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I got my healing thing down. Francis did a little bit of healing. Let's get this last one. I'm going to take and from my star map, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
And that's a 15 to hit.
Hits.
Excellent.
What level did you do that at?
First level.
Okay.
That's and that is 17 damage.
Wow. Okay.
And
It's
the
glittering.
next attack on it now has advantage because it is emitting a dim light.
Yep,
that's gonna
it's
be
got
Vic.
like a shimmer to it.
Yep, that was the goal.
All right.
So Vic, you now have advantage on it. Kill that
Perfect.
spider.
So Vic is now going to get bit again by this spider.
Bring it on.
Okay. So.
I'm raging now, so I'm good with this. Like,
So
let's
I
do
did
it.
crit. I don't know. I think that should apply to the poison damage too, though.
I mean, does it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I need those to be separate, though. If you could give those to me separate.
I will. So you take 16 points from the bite.
Okay.
And then, what's your con save?
Oh, sorry, I forgot that.
I'm not going to double that one. The poison.
14?
14
Yeah.
is not good enough.
Cool.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, cool.
So, 12, 16, 21 points of poison damage. How you feeling over there?
Okay, now Vic's starting to look rough. Now it's really rough for Vic. But,
Would Vic be dead but for that piddly 8 points?
no, but close.
Well,
Close, but I get 4 points, right? Because I'm starting my turn now.
Well, I get to re-roll it at the beginning, and this time I maxed it, so you get another 6 at the beginning of this turn.
Whew, look at that.
I still get 2 more rounds of this.
Nice.
Girl, I got this. Okay.
And you have advantage on the spider. I mean,
Yep. And now I also have a bonus action in which I can use an offhand attack. So,
It is your turn too.
and yeah, so Vic is going to go full board. She will use both her attacks, and I will use my bonus action to use my offhand to also attack the spider.
I hope at least one of these hits.
And well, I have advantage on the one, so I feel like this should make it.
Yeah,
Okay. So here's what we got, guys. So let's see. The first one, I've got a 19 on that.
Yep, hits.
That is 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Then the next one also hits. That one is 8 points of damage. And then
Dead.
I have a 17, which is 7 points of damage.
It was dead before the third attack.
Well, I know, but I'm going to take the last attack regardless because I'm pretty upset at this point in time. So,
Okay.
I mean, basically what you guys have seen happen is that up until this point, Vic has been completely annihilated by these spiders, at which point she lets out like this huge cry and begins slashing her long swords all over the place, hacking the spider into pieces, cuts off all its legs, and then stabs it right through one of its weird pulsing eyes on the top of its head, which then bursts and oozes all over the floor. And then she kind of stops and like huffs for a minute before she looks around to make sure there's no other spiders.
Go off,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, I'm staying away from Vic for a couple minutes.
I was going to say, and now go ahead and take another 12 points of healing for the next 2 rounds. For the healing spirit that just stays there and hovers.
So,
You got it, Vic. You got it.
so this room, it looks like it was like some sort of storage room at some point. You see what looks to be a healer's kit covered by some of the webs.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you also find a small bag that appears to have some metal ball bearings in it.
Oh.
Wow, we didn't even have to really look around for that stuff. We just like stopped fighting the spiders and we're like, hey, look, there's a medicine kit over there.
Hey, that
Yeah, I
was.
mean, you would have been. It was pretty easy to tell. There was nothing to search
Francis,
for.
do you want the healer's kit or do you want me to take it? Francis?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you could take it. That's fine.
Okay.
What are we
I
gonna do?
believe it's
These
mostly for stabilizing people, so.
Yeah. And I have, yeah.
There's also a faded mural that's on the floor against the eastern wall.
Yeah, that sounds like something I'm not gonna check out. So the ball bearings, does anybody want those?
All yours.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, Vic,
Yeah, they could
You-
come in handy.
you could take them or give them to Riley. I mean, he's always.
I'll take them. They can come in handy.
Yeah, you want them? Go for it, man.
Yeah, I'll take them.
Especially with the power of the force, you could just shoot them through people.
Right. I can go all Magneto about that shit.
Heck yeah.
How many ball bearings do I have?
A bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
All right.
Nice.
They're like tiny.
Wait,
Yeah.
I want to check out the mural. And did you say there was a mirror on the wall?
Mural.
Oh, a mural.
It's
Okay, I want to
faded.
check out the mural.
Okay, give me a history check.
I failed 3rd grade history. I actually forgot what I was doing. I rolled a 1.
So you can,
of course, like
you're trying to look at. It's so faded. It's hard to tell, but it looks like some figures that look to be fighting, but you can't tell anything about it.
Okay.
I could have told you there were people fighting on there, Francis.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Francis, you that's a good job. That's good work.
Excellent. All right. So when you the hallway, you could try to go further south, but there's a lot of stuff blocking you. About 10 feet south, the hallway does go east, but you can't see around the corner because of all the furniture and stuff in the way.
Okay, well, I get to be the chalice for another 2 hours. Vic, how are you doing? Do you need more healing before we progress to the next room?
I mean, I'm
means
trying,
yes, and I'm
I'm
gonna
trying
reach
not to
out
be
and
totally meta about this, but am I under half? Also, yes. Like,
So I'm gonna reach out
if you had
and
to abstract how you're feeling into a particular number,
You just say bloody.
what would that number be?
it would be approximately a 29 out of 70.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do healing hands, which gets you a straight 5 points because that's a racial ability. Plus, for the chalice, you get another. Ooh, oh, that was really good. 13. That was max healing. So.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead
Total.
and cast another Cure Wounds at 2nd level. Okay, so I know I'm going to roll now a 2 and a 3, but we'll see what the dice say. Okay, well, a 7 and a 6, so that would be a total of 18, Vic.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I can't heal
Hey,
you at all.
I'm feeling pretty
I have
feeling
a
pretty
healing
solid
potion
now.
on it. I'm a bunch.
No, I'm all right. I'm okay now. I'm doing pretty good.
Riley, how are you? Did you take any damage in that?
I exercised the strategy of not getting hit, and it worked really well.
Excellent.
I should try that.
Yeah.
That's a good thought for you, Vic.
So moving to the next room that may actually have the rats.
So
Room
the door
number
on the western wall
10?
has a chair that's wedged against it, holding it shut.
Very sophisticated.
That's
Not
probably a
that-
good sign.
Knock that chair out of the way.
As soon as Vic kicks the chair, it goes flying down the hall because it was wedged so tightly. And the door spills open and giant rats just fill the hallway. You're talking at least 20 to 30 of them. It's so hard to count the amount there are. They are all over you guys.
Can I cast
good.
a spell?
You can, but you are surprised.
Okay.
So this isn't me doing this. That's how it's written.
I mean, technically Riley's not surprised, but
Technically.
right, Riley's not, but he is up to his knees in rats.
Oh, boy.
So everybody roll initiative. Pull up my stat block.
oh,
What'd you get?
I want to point out that my shiny math rocks dice are rolling amazing tonight. I rolled another natural 20.
By the way, the Etsy store is live. If you want to buy some shiny math rocks, I think there's five.
It is. I'll throw a link in chat.
5 sets available right now, guys. So get on over there.
See, this is just proving the law of averages. I constantly get these 1s and 2s. Riley's over there rolling the 19s and 20s.
I mean, take this moment to put out a disclaimer that I, in fact, take no responsibility for anybody's rolls with shiny math rocks. So that is all a user issue.
Yeah, there's skill involved, guys.
We specifically added this disclaimer because of Colin, just as an FYI.
Oh,
My
really?
friend who rolls really trash all the time, and I'm like, I have to point out that I am not responsible for how you roll with my dice.
All right, so you guys are engaged with rats. Riley, what'd you get for initiative?
That would be a 28.
28. Okay, I had a 16. Riley had 28. Vic, what'd you have?
Solid 5, man.
5. What'd Francis get?
19.
And what did Nolte get?
8.
8. Okay. So, it is Riley's turn first again.
So
you are
is
not
this
surprised.
Are these multiple individual targets, or is this some
Yes. They're all individual.
sort of... Oh.
Yeah, this is going to take long to solve their turn.
Okay. So how many are there? Just like dozens?
So, I mean, if you were to try and put a number on it based on the amount, there's probably 24.
So I could not, like, if I was thinking of a spell that has a specific number of targets, it would only hit, like, so
Riley,
many.
now is the time for AoE.
Without
Without hitting your friends.
That one.
That's a problem.
Vic is in front of you guys because she's the one who kicked the chair.
I'm not an AoE. I'm not an AoE guy. I'm more of a precision guy. I was looking at like cause fear, but I can only hit up to 3 targets with that.
No,
Okay.
I'd just start doing Eldritch Blast at that point.
All right, yeah, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast. So first one, I'm gonna pick one and shoot it.
All right.
That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Hits.
All right, so let's go ahead. That's gonna be 7 damage.
Dead.
All right, second one. That's gonna be a 22 to hit,
Hits.
and that's gonna be 6 damage.
Not dead.
Not dead. All right. I'm gonna just kind of hang out in this big swarm of things, being like, "What?"
I'm just curious. How are you able to do 2 Eldritch Blasts in a turn? Is it just something like an ability? or
Level
something?
5, I take 2 attacks for 1 action.
Eldritch Blast leveled up at level 5.
Yeah, level
Gotcha. Okay, I just wasn't sure. I've never played a 5th level warlock, so I've never seen.
This
that.
is my first time playing a warlock, also.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. With that, it is their turn. They are going to.
Whoa. I think I got a 19 there.
They have
Champ?
surprise
Oh,
because you guys just sprung the door open and
Got
did
it.
not
Okay.
expect it to spring open.
all right. Go ahead.
Yep. So I got a lot of rolls to make. So I'm just going to evenly distribute them, I think, because they kind of fell into the hallway, and so they're kind of around you guys. We'll go with, let's see, 6 on, we'll go just right down the line. We'll start with Francis. Yeah, those aren't going to hit. There's no way. 12 is my highest roll for 2 of them. Oh, double crits for 3 and 4. And okay, so 2 crits that are definitely gonna hit you. So first,
Really wish I had a fireball right about now.
Yeah, no kidding. What's up with that, man?
I'm sitting there really missing his fire wizard.
I made a sniper.
so 8 points of damage, Francis, from the bites, piercing damage.
Yeah, but or is that combined?
Yes.
What were they individually?
Well, that was sorry. This is the first crit. Sorry. So this is 8 from the first crit.
Okay.
But I need you to make a con save.
Uh, 21. 20.
Okay.
Net adjusted.
All right, so you made your save, so you're good. Okay, so the second crit is only 4 points of damage, but you also have to make another con save.
Uh, 14.
Okay, you made your save. Okay, so that was all the attacks on him. So now,
I
ahead.
assume though that the ones that are attacking Francis are right next to me.
well, so the way it kind of worked is they all just billowed out into the hallway.
Yeah,
Like-
but they would be considered within 5 feet, correct?
I don't think so, because Francis is in the back.
Okay.
You'll get your chance to use your ability though, because Riley, or I'm sorry,
I can wait
Nolte's
for
right
somebody
behind you.
else. Okay,
Nolte's
Nolte,
right
I'll
next
wait for
to
that.
Yep. So, and
Cool.
we're doing her next. So, I got 18 and 18 on the first 2 hits. So I'm assuming both of those hit.
Yeah, they do.
All right. So I'll just roll that. Give me con save for both of those. And both of them were for 5 damage, by the way.
12 and 17 on the con saves.
Okay. Both made it. So you take a total of 10 damage, though. Total.
Okay.
From
And I
those.
don't think I'm currently concentrating on any spells.
Okay. Now, Paula, did you want to use your ability? I still have 4 more attacks on Nolte.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just use I'm just gonna take I get like an attack of opportunity basically on one of the creatures that hit Nolte.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 23.
Yep.
That is that's 5 points of damage, but
Okay. And that was one on Nolte, so that one is still alive. All right. 2 more attacks. Both those are going to hit. Those are in the 20s.
Okay.
That is total of 4, 5, 6, 9 points of damage. And then the last 2 attacks. Does a 14 hit you?
14 ties.
Okay, so then 1 hits you of the last 2. So, dang. And that's for 6 points of damage.
Okay.
All right, next is Riley. Riley has 5 of them on him because he killed one.
Is that all?
Yes.
That's
Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Okay, so both those miss. Next 2 miss, and the last one misses as well. Wow, that's all my bad rolls right there. All of those were single-digit rolls.
Living with mage armor on pays off.
And Vic. Okay, 1 hits of the first 2. Just give me a con save.
19.
19. All right,
Apparently, all I can roll is 12s for con saves.
It works. So you take 5 from a piercing damage, by the way. Next 2, I have a 17 and a 15.
The 17 hits.
Okay, give me another con save. You take 6 points of piercing damage.
That's an 11.
11 makes it. And the last 2, 23 and a 1, so definitely the 23 hits. For a total of 3 damage and 1 last con save.
21.
Okay, you make it. All right, that's all their turn. It is now top of the order. Riley gets to go.
All right, let's just blast away and try to kill some of these things.
And Francis, you're on deck, by the way.
So let's. All right. First attack going towards the one that I hit earlier.
Okay.
That's 15 to hit.
Yep.
All right.
And it's gonna die. It has 1.
Yeah, I rolled a 9 on the dice. So the second one, that's definitely gonna hit. That's a 17 on the dice to hit.
Yep.
And then that is going to be 11 damage.
Dead.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. Francis, it's your turn.
So let me just say, how many are there out there?
At this point, about 21.
Oh, shit. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and cast Spirit Guardians and kind of push my way up from the back and the middle, and just blender them all up.
Roll damage. And I'm not even gonna necessarily make my save, so I'm just curious what the damage.
What is it? A 3d8? Okay.
They only have 7 hit points, so that's why I might not even bother rolling.
16.
Yeah, so even at half, if they make it, that's still enough to blender them. So these, based on your spirit guardians, like swirling around you, you guys see these rats, like all of a sudden, it's like looking inside of a blender. You see all the rats get spun around and flung out at the walls and just shredded. The smell is disgusting, by the way. I just want to point that out. But within a matter of a second, they're all dead.
Score.
And
Shit, Frank, you done that the whole time?
Somebody was gonna get infected with something nasty. I just knew and that was gonna take a while. So just nuke them. Sorry, Vic.
Oh no, man, it's okay.
Didn't mean to steal your thunder. I know you had something good.
Yep, hit it with my sword.
I was really hoping that somebody would fail a con save, but it's okay.
I was really hoping somebody would come up with some sort of good AoE. Otherwise, it was going to be the next hour and a half of us rolling dice.
Get a hit?
I feel like I actually made good time with all the 24 attacks.
Yeah, that was
Not too
very
bad.
efficient.
How are we looking on healing? Do we need another round of healing?
Let's just keep
I don't see
going.
what the big deal about these fights are. Like, just doesn't
Francis,
seem-
your spirit guardians, you can hold that for like 8 minutes, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, that's 10 minutes. So
10 minutes.
yeah. So let's run. Well,
Let's move into this room. What's in that room now that
You
the
guys wanna
rats
inspect
aren't
the
in
room?
there?
yeah.
So the room is a small square room, contains more tavern furniture, an empty barrel, and an ornately carved set of shelves. There are no other exits.
So the rats just came out of like a miscellaneous room with no exits.
Well, there's rat exits. Just
Rats can get through some stuff, Paula.
They're giant rats. You
Yup.
said they were big,
They
man.
are.
Just saying.
let's check out those shelves.
Let's see if there's
Okay.
anything cool on there.
Give me a history check.
Oh, great! I'm so good at these.
Or actually, you can give me a religious check.
You want me to
Francis.
help you?
20,
You rolled a nat 20?
nat 20.
Wow. Okay.
So I go from knowing nothing to knowing everything.
So there's imagery of the shelves. It's ancient religious practices of this city. So you can see what looks like symbols of Medea there. Like on the shelves. Like they're carved, like almost like this shelf probably came from the temple at one point.
Mm.
The shelves contain broken glass bottles and are soaked with a pungent odor of spirits and wine still. But it's like it doesn't smell pleasant because it's probably really old bottles that have been busted open fairly recently by rats. Probably
Mhm.
mixed with some urine and things like that. It's probably pretty gross.
Okay.
Well,
So
when we have to go rest, at least we can tell him that we cleared out the rats.
There is one more room that says it has rats in it, according to the map. It's on
Let's
the.
let Francis open it.
You
Yeah.
could.
Why don't I?
He
Where
still
is it?
probably has 5 minutes with this.
I was gonna say, if you still have these little spirit guardians up, go open it and wreck them.
Where is
Yeah.
it?
So if you go to the far north
Yep.
and then take a right, there's a door on your left. So basically from the noise where you hear the water. As you turn
Yep.
around the corner, straight ahead of you, though, is what looks like a walkway over some really fast-moving water. It smells like rainwater. A little bit of rainwater mixed with sewage. And you're at the door before the water, though. And that would be room 2.
All right. Well, why don't I just go in and go into room 2 with Vic behind me, so I can kind of shred up any rats in there.
Okay. The corridor turns to the east. Further down the passage to the east, you hear the roaring sound of rushing water. There is a lot of moisture in the air. The floor is a little bit slick beneath your feet. There is an old wooden door wedged closed with a chair.
All right. Well, I am going to try to be careful. I don't want to go rushing in and slip and fall, and
Okay.
but I'll just go ahead and pull the chair out and
Okay.
open the door.
As you open it, this door does not fling open like the previous one.
And I'm going to be looking for surprise.
Okay.
I'm expecting to be surprised
You are not surprised.
all the time.
There are-
Want me to walk through first, since I
When
seem
you-
to be a little more on top of this.
When you open the door, Francis, you can see in front of you, it's a small square room. It contains tavern furniture, vats and barrels, and there are about 3 rats just lurking inside that, as you open the door, your spirit guardians swirl in there and kill them right away. And yeah, they are dead. So you don't have to worry
man.
about some rats.
Those might have been friendly rats.
May have been.
Francis, if you could just run around everything in here and we'll just come up after you and
Just-
like, you know.
I hope those weren't the rats of Nim, but
So you see what looks like I said, some tavern furniture, some vats and barrels. And there's a lantern that is not on, but it's sitting there on the western wall.
Does it look cool or does it look ordinary?
Well, what would you define as cool? Actually,
Magical?
Nolte, what do you think it looks like? You tell me what it looks like.
Well, it depends. Is it magical or not? Because if it's
I mean, I don't
magical,
know.
then it looks cool.
Is it magical, Nolte? I don't know.
I really want it to be magic.
Are you going to detect
Okay.
magic on it?
I
I've
can't
got-
detect magic. That's a spell I don't have.
I've got that.
Oh, hey, Francis, is this magic?
I'll go ahead and do a detect magic.
Okay. Are you giving a spell slot up to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. It does not appear to be magic,
All right. Well,
Is there anything
but
else?
it looks really cool.
It looks
We know
really
for sure, though.
It looks extremely cool.
awesome.
It actually has, when you look at it, there's some designs in it of little bunny rabbits with horns in the base of it.
Nice. I'm definitely going to take that.
It's not magical, but it's definitely the Nolte collector's edition.
Yeah. I'm going to take one of those. I don't actually use lamps for absolutely anything, but I'm going to take it anyway.
So I will say your spirit guardians will probably last another 4 minutes if you're.
so are we thinking that we're going to try to cross the walkway, which I'm sure is probably going to be rickety, slippery, and
I mean, we've
Right.
only been down here for like 10 minutes, maybe.
But, like-
or do we
Well,
want to
yeah,
go
Go
and
back to
clear
that
out
secret door.
Like, real talk, guys. Secret door.
secret door?
Yeah.
Secret door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go check that out.
Let's not go down the bridge where people have died trying to do stuff. Let's go into this secret unmapped door.
Yeah, let's not go to Terabithia. Let's just go to the secret door.
Okay. So you're going to have to move the bookshelf.
Hey, Vic.
I shall move the bookshelf.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Guidance.
What does guidance give me? Extra.
D4.
Guidance.
Guidance
D4.
gives you an extra D4.
Well, this bookshelf is a little heavy,
Yeah.
you know. So Vic definitely uses both arms and is heaving really hard.
Did those
On it?
rats make you weak?
That's an 11.
That is not good enough. You try to move it and it's not budging.
Look,
Francis,
Francis,
you wanna go
you gonna
help her?
get over here and like help me or something?
Fine, I'll do it. I'll try to move it as well, and I'll cast guidance on myself in addition for that.
I'll recast it on Vic so you both have it.
Okay.
All right, so I get
Well,
11, 12, 13.
I also got a 13 because I rolled a 5 again.
Oh, you're really good at this.
Mm-hmm.
So combined, you both got a 13.
Yes, well,
So about 26 total then. All right. We'll say together you're able to move the bookshelf. And the door. Did I say it was locked? I did. It's got an old rusty lock, and it is locked.
Like a padlock?
No, like it's just a normal like skeleton key kind of
Oh.
door.
Well,
But
I
it's
liked it better if
very
it was a
old.
padlock.
can we try the? We got 2 keys, right?
Yeah, you tried one of them at least,
Oh, it didn't work.
but
Right,
neither of them
okay.
work. They're pretty similar. You can't even get them in there.
Okay.
Okay, can anybody pick it? Riley, can you pick these?
I can give it a try. I don't actually have tools for that.
Oh, really? Why did I think you had tools for that?
I don't know.
Is it because
I'm-
you're a shady AF?
Because I believe it's because I'm generally handy and useful is what you were looking for.
I'm sure that was exactly what I was looking for.
But
Guidance?
no, I don't know how to pick locks.
Well, I'll give you guidance for trying.
I don't have anything to pick it with.
So,
Why don't you just ATF it, Vic? Just kick it down.
Yeah, let's just do that.
All right. Well, then I'll switch my guidance to Vic.
All right. I'll give it a shot. If that doesn't work, I've got like a long shot idea. But
Don't suck! Don't suck!
Let's do that first.
So you're kicking it?
Yeah, what do you want for that? Just the strength again?
Athletics, yeah.
Well,
I mean, if that doesn't work, I have less of a long shot idea. So
hold on. Do you want athletics or do you want strength? Because those
athletics
are two very
is strength.
different.
Yeah, but
things.
it includes your strength. I said athletics. It gives you more points, probably.
It doesn't. It's the other way around for me.
Wait, what? How would strength give you more? You don't have proficiency in strength.
Yeah, I do.
How do you? I'm not questioning it. Whatever.
I have strength and con.
You're talking about saves?
Throws.
Yeah, those don't apply to making just a regular roll.
Whatever. Okay, fine.
So take guidance.
Athletics. Gosh. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna do it. 14.
So you kick it, you see the door budge, but it does not fling open.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
pro
go
tip,
ahead.
you guys. I'm not really a strength barbarian, but that's okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and wild shape into a tiny centipede and crawl through or crawl under the door.
Okay, you could do that. When you crawl to the other side, it's just the hallway. You don't see anything in the hallway. It's dark. Does a centipede see in the dark?
I don't know. I didn't check. I was gonna become myself again as soon as I got on the other side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can turn into yourself again.
Yeah. So I've lost Chalice now. I'm gonna become myself again, and I'm gonna just unlock the door from the side.
Okay. Yeah, you unlock it. When they try to open it, though, it seems like it's sealed shut.
So here's what I'm thinking. All right. So I've got some mason's tools on me, and I'm quite proficient with them. I feel like it doesn't. I've looked everywhere. It doesn't exactly tell you what types of tools
pulling your
there
tools
are.
out. Yeah, just say like a hammer, chisel. Say you do that. Now you could give me just it's going to be a strength based with proficiency roll. So whatever your strength mod is plus your proficiency, roll it and we'll see if you pop the door open. You got to be at 15. These are low DCs at level 5.
Hey, yeah, I got a 19 on that.
There you go.
Finally!
You pop it open, and Nolte's standing there, looking right at you, with her bunny lantern.
You want to open the door for us?
I tried. I do have dark vision now, though. Juice, what do I see in the hallway now?
So when you look east, there's another door. It's almost like a gate, though, more than a door. And when you look at it, you can actually see through it. It looks like there's a lot of like rock debris on the other side.
Okay.
This just like at the end of the hallway
Yeah.
type of thing? Okay.
Yeah, about 20 feet down.
Well, I'm out of being able to change shapes, though, until I take a break, guys.
Okay, well, I can head around Nolte and try and head towards this door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still feeling pretty good. I could probably go check it out.
Well, we can keep going. If we're gonna keep going, I want to go with you and keep going. I just want to let you know I can't be an animal for a little bit. Then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, should I be a little sneaky and see if I can get a peek before stuff starts dropping off the ceiling or charging out doorways at us?
I mean, that might be a good idea.
But if that's a bunch of rocks, I might be able to help with that.
Okay. So you guys walk up to the gate. Who's taking point? Riley?
Yeah, I'll take point.
Yeah, when you look up there, it just looks like a few piles of dirt and rock in the corners. And it looks like there might be a passageway in the southeast corner of the room.
You want it open?
Is the passageway? Yeah, let's get this open.
Okay. When you go to open it, it just swings open, actually.
Oh,
I meant the passageway.
is the passageway?
Oh, the passageway's open. Yes. Sorry.
So you said there's piles of dirt in the passageway?
No, before the passageway in the room, there's piles of like rock and dirt.
I'm confused.
How big is the room?
So the next room is, first of all, it's room 8. It's a 20-foot square area. And
Okay, so this is after the gate. There's a 20-foot square area.
Yes. There's a few piles of dirt and rock in the corners. And then there's a passage that leads further east in the southeast corner of the room.
But that passage doesn't have rock and dirt over it?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. I'm not going to clear random rock and dirt.
Yeah, it's not blocked or anything.
Well, I'm going to try to sneak down that hallway and see what I can see.
Okay. So the gate swings open into a somewhat boring, small square area. A few piles of dirt and rock in the corners. Passage leads east. And then when you cut down to the other passageway, because that's what you're trying to do, right?
Yep.
You look down. The passage leads east and then narrows. Just before the narrowing point is an alcove in the south wall. Looking in the alcove, you find a lever. There is no indication of what the lever seems to be for, though. No words, nothing.
You want to pull that lever, or do you want me to pull that lever?
Riley's just gonna like look around and just.
Whoa! Wait,
No.
Don't ever push the wed button. Never push the wed button.
I knew it was gonna be you, or it's gonna be me, but one of us is just gonna pull that lever.
So the lever is currently up.
Yep. Not anymore.
Wait, is there a? Does the passage continue past the lever, or does it end at the lever?
So, so the alcove goes down and in, but there is a hallway also, like just on the other side of this alcove. So you could have continued down like this hallway that you can't really see well around the corners.
No, but he's already done it.
I've already pulled it.
All right, so he pulls it. Hang on.
Of course.
You hear a grinding sound and a click from behind the south wall.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
Hey, I found this lever and I pulled it. Is it, like, do you hear anything?
Do we hear anything?
Yeah, you
I heard
guys
some
hear the subtle.
clicking
Like,
noises.
are you guys still way back in that hallway though?
No, I would have
No, we
followed
were
him
following
You followed
him.
him?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then you all hear it too. A grinding and a click from the south wall.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a problem, does it?
Yes? Yes, it does.
What appears to be happening at the south wall?
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, perception check. All right. Ooh, that is a 21.
Yeah, I mean, you see a wall. You don't see anything else happening. You just heard grinding and a click.
Yeah, it looks fine.
So can we only just continue down this passageway to the east?
Yes, from here or you could go back and try to go all the way back and go through that water, or the spot you didn't discover under room 11 seemed to be like another hallway, but you'd have to clear out.
Right, with the blocked passageway.
Yeah, so those are kind of your three options in here at the moment.
Yeah, why don't we just continue down this hallway
going
past
here.
the lever?
Yeah.
I mean, this lever clearly is broken and doesn't do anything.
Probably doesn't
Oh,
even
did you
work
want to click
anymore.
it the other way?
No, I'm just leaving it there.
Leaving it in the downward position.
Yeah, Riley's disappointed.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Just asking. All right, so you want to keep down the hallway then?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The narrow passage winds east, turns north, and opens up into a mining area. Sorry, I lost my spot. Half of the area has been partially converted into a room. It is obvious that the mining was abruptly ended. What does anybody here have a good alignment, by the way?
Oh, I believe Riley does.
For
Okay. All
real?
of you who went into this kind of room.
I'm good as well. I'm neutral good.
Okay. All of you who
Well,
kind of
not it.
all of you who stepped into this room, you begin to feel like a creeping dread. The hairs on the back of your neck slowly begin to stand on end. There are no other exits in this room. And give me a religion check if you are good. Alignment.
Religion check probably wouldn't have worked out well for me anyway.
Ooh, I'm going to use a luck to re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's a 10.
11.
11.
18.
18. Okay, so you, Riley and Nolte, you're like, when you turn around, you see on the wall from the entrance you just came into, this like mining room. Because again, part of it's an actual room, the first like 5 to 10 feet. And then it turns into like what looked like people mining at one point that didn't get very far. And when you look at the wall, you see these symbols that none of you recognize. Nolte and Riley, you have no idea what they are, but they don't look good. And Francis, when you look at them, you recognize them as evil symbols of the old gods.
This is not good. We should not be here.
I mean, we're getting paid to clear this level out, aren't we?
If I run back up the hallway and throw the lever back into the up position, what happens?
You hear a grinding and a click.
If I go back,
It's broken. It doesn't do anything.
If I go back into the room, does it still feel creepy?
Hang on.
It's probably like some sort of like mining equipment or something like that, you know, like some sort of track that, right? That's probably what the grinding click noise is. Some broken mining equipment.
Yeah, I mean, nothing seems to happen. So which position do you have it in the up position or down? Up,
It's
and then you
up.
walk back to the mining room?
Yeah, to see if anything changed.
Yeah, it does not appear as though anything changed.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's broken.
Yeah, I don't think it works.
Yeah.
The portion of this room that was converted into some sort of like room versus like mining shaft, are there like trunks and desks or like bookshelves, anything like that we could rummage through?
I actually want to cast a spell when I get back to the room before she starts searching things.
Okay. Sorry, my map's off a little bit. It's saying that the mining room is room 9, but I think that might be off. No, that is right. Okay, sorry. You're looking for anything else in this room? It does not appear as though there's really anything. It looks like maybe there's some mining tools on the floor. And you see, like I said, the holy symbols of the old gods on the wall. Are you trying to search through like any of the rubble? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
It sounds like Nolte's also going to cast a spell too.
Yeah, Nolte's looking to cast Augur.
So give me a perception check, Vic, if you're digging through. And then you said you were casting Augury, Nolte?
Yeah.
And what exactly does that do again? That's like an omen thing, right?
Yeah, and I'm casting it as a ritual, so I'm not spending a spell slot. But I get to ask a question and get omens.
Okay.
That's an 18.
Okay, and what's your question, Nolte?
So my question is...
And Vic, you find, as you're digging through, underneath like what looks like a pickaxe, you actually hit this piece of metal with the pickaxe, and when you pick it up, it's an old gold relic with like blood red inlays, and it's shaped like the symbol on the wall.
You know, I'll actually pass that over to Francis.
Okay. And it fits in the palm of your hand.
You know, this is lying on the floor over here. I don't know what it is, but seems like
what is
more
it?
of a
It's a gold
type
symbol.
Of thing.
So it's made of gold and it has red inlays, and it's a symbol of one of the old gods.
Do I sense that this is an evil item?
Yeah, you would feel like it's evil because the old gods were not known to be nice at all.
And there are symbols carved into the walls.
Yeah, it actually. Give me a perception check. They're not carved into the walls.
Are they etched in the walls? 19. 19.
It's blood. It's old, dry blood.
Oh. Well, that's even less encouraging.
That's charming.
Ready for my question?
Yes.
Okay, so I get to ask about the results of a specific course of action within the next 30 minutes. So my question is, what would happen if we stayed in this room to take a short rest? And my options, you can give me good results, bad results, or mixed, or nothing.
Okay. So you ask your question as you're doing your ritual, and it takes a while. So
10 minutes.
Yep. So Francis is, obviously looking at the item, notices the blood. What do you guys want to do with that information before Nolte is done with her ritual?
Well, Vic just found this metal symbol just kind of amongst the rocks.
Yeah, it was like
it was under that pick over there.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they were mining like they were mining through the earth, and
yeah, it's like they barely started. It looks like they got maybe like 15 feet in before stopping. Like it just abruptly ended.
I don't know, guys. This place makes me nervous. Anything with sacrificial blood on the walls and evil spirits and old god symbols is not a good place. I would not be real comfortable taking a rest in this place. I think we should go back.
We're not that far from just going back up to the.
Guys, we shouldn't stay here. Let's get out of here.
Is there anything magical about the inscriptions put on the wall in the old blood?
Riley, let's leave, please.
I'm just hold on. I'm just in.
Riley, the stars don't want us to be here.
Well, maybe they made a mistake.
We're not going to be here much longer.
Guys, the stars don't make a mistake. I can't really be more specific than the fact that the stars don't make a mistake. And I'm going to start leaving.
Nolte steps out.
I'm with Nolte.
And as they step out of the room and Riley and Vic kind of stand there, we will end the session right there.
Oh!
Yeah, it's perfect. That's a great spot. You guys came to basically the dead end. It was great. So hopefully you guys had fun. Yeah. I am running. So my friend DMGInfo in the chat, he actually wrote this, and we are playing it under the Tavern. He wrote this a couple years ago, sent it to me, and it's great. I've looked through it a few times. I've made quite a few adjustments, and it's funny. So this is a module that doesn't tell you exactly what the monsters are. It doesn't tell you exactly story stuff, so you can add your own things. No stats, nothing. It's all system neutral for the most part. It's good. And obviously you guys were in a town, and then we led to the thing. So I have, again, made quite a few adjustments to what text it does have. But it's really cool if you guys are interested in checking it out. Not you guys, the players, but anybody watching. Go over, look up Under the Tavern DMGInfo, and you will find it on DriveThruRPG. I have a link in the description. You can purchase it from that link. Again, if you are not one of my players. And and if you are one of my players and you want to, you can as well. Under the Tavern. If you want to buy it, that's fine. Just don't metagame. But yeah, so he's got some other cool stuff. He's made his own game system called the 70 system, which might get a name change soon. And it's really good. It's a dice pool game where no matter what you roll, if you roll a 1 on any die, it means you succeeded. So yeah, and the more skilled you are, the more dice you get to roll, and different sided dice. But yeah, really cool. He ran a game of it for us about 2 or 3 years ago on our channel. And Paul
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So it's really simple if you start playing it. Again, you just roll a 1. You don't add anything other than extra die. So there's not like math involved. Not that the math in other games is hard, but it's a very simple concept. So there's my shout out for you, DMG. But with that, are you guys just taking the next 2 weeks off on break? Or you got any streams going on or anything over on like ERP or anything?
ERP is taking a rather long break at the moment.
Yeah.
I did hear
they are going to be off till February. After the Christmas vacation, I will be running a Zweihander campaign starting over on Critical Misses Twitch channel.
Cool.
Actually, extending out, it's the pitch line I gave for it is dark fantasy fae bullshit, but the idea for the adventure comes from a one shot that I ran back on this channel with Juice. So if you all go look it up, my very first Zweihander game ever here on this channel. I'm taking thoughts from that and extending it out to a whole campaign.
Nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna be working on some videos over the next few weeks, but let's see, this week we're just doing mini painting. Same thing next week, but other than that, we also have a Rifts one shot next Sunday, so 8 days from now, for our patrons, and that'll be cool. But yeah, other than that, we don't have any actual games this week other than that.
Kind of light, yeah.
And I'm not streaming anything currently. I'm mostly playing home games, but as it was sort of mentioned earlier, I am now officially Shiny Math Rocks on Etsy as well. As of today, I have an open Etsy shop. So for everybody who's been following me on Instagram and Twitter, I am selling, and I am like crazy out of my mind with the fact that we finally got there. I never thought, it's one of those you think you're going to, and then you're like, oh wait, but no, I actually am now.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
So there are 5 sets up.
One of them's blue and yellow, it looks like.
No.
What is that?
No.
I'm sorry. What colors are those? It's got gold filigree or something.
Oh.
It's gold filigree that is a sunken treasure set that has actually already been sold.
That was the only one. I was like, that's close to Michigan colors. I got excited about that one.
I was like, just for you, Juice, I may make a set for the next batch. The way I'm currently thinking of doing this is I'm just going to make small batch releases.
Nice.
Because I want it to stay fun, and I'm worried that if I try to do too many of them, it'll stop being fun to make them.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do small batch releases. I'll probably make about 10 batches, and I'll probably make about 10 dice, and whenever those 10 dice are ready, the batch will go up.
You mean sets, right? 10 dice sets?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I will make 10 dice sets, and whenever those sets are ready, the dice will go up. And for anybody who plays D&D and is looking at the dice, it is worth noting that each set includes 2 d20s, because at this point, with the number of advantage and disadvantage rolling, I almost think you have to have 2.
Yeah.
And there's other games that use that mechanic too. Like even Pathfinder 2e has stuff like that. So for sure, I like it, especially if you're using your hero points and stuff.
Yeah. So I got really tired of getting sets of dice that only had 1 d20, and even though I have enough dice that I could just grab a d20 that doesn't match, that makes me a little bit sad inside.
Oh, you're OCD like me?
Yeah, like you want them to match. I get that.
Really want all my dice to match, or at least coordinate. So these have an extra d20 included, so that people who are like me and want all their dice to match in a set can roll with advantage.
Right.
Seriously, everyone out there, the Fireball set is still there. Like, what are you doing?
Tom's actually
if that doesn't sell, I'm keeping it because it's amazing. So
I made Tom a set for of dice for a dragon blood sorcerer who does a bunch of fire damage, and then like 2 weeks later I made the Fireball set, and he was like, oh, but I sort of want those now. And I was like, well, do you want
On
me
second
to sell
thought,
the other ones
nobody buy the fireball set so I can keep them.
I was like, you want
Now
me
I might
sell
have to go
those
buy it.
instead? And he's like, well, no, I don't want you to sell the other ones. I just want
Nobody's buy the amazing fireball set so I can have it.
Nice.
Please
Awesome.
do not worry. Tom is not allowed to play with any of the dice for sale. They are in a box. He is not touching them.
You don't want his bad mojo on him. I'm just kidding. He actually rolled fairly well.
I rolled like 3 natural 20s tonight.
Yeah, you might
how
want
you
him rolling
can't
your
let
dice
touch
ahead of
mine.
time.
Yeah, maybe he should just like touch them a few times just to like imbue his energy.
It's really Laura and Andy you don't want touching your dice because you're not gonna be able to heal people with those dice.
Dude, no, I was rolling really bad. I was like, also, it does not help when your healing spell does like 1d6 healing. You're like, what is this? This is a 3. This is not as much as they're doing damage. This is not acceptable.
Right. So, anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap there. I will be on stream tomorrow morning at I think I decided 11 this week. So 11 tomorrow, be streaming. I don't know what I'm doing. It's probably gonna be like just a fun hangout stream, but yeah, be on for like an hour and a half or so. And if you guys want to join, you can join in the chat and ask me questions and all that good stuff. So with that, this is Master the Game. I am Juice. Game on.